this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. It makes it hard to defend.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Let's go. Back to Taylor on first down. And some room to run now. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
But they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches. Because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Godwin, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. The Browns had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one is right down the middle, and that'll bring them back within 4.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They're going to look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns have retaken the lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted, They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get in.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out here with the option left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd down and inches.
They'll get that one to Taylor complete.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he floats one there, incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. In that one, a 13-3 game as they've gone to halftime. Christian Watson, over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. The Jets still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Browns to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll set up to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays here, passing play.
Yeah, sometimes you give this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
First down.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. But an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel to pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Indianapolis.
2nd down at 4.
It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 75 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love
under pressure, and down he goes.
Baron Browning
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. You think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's the option play going left.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll run the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. This from 34. And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 9-point game.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So the Colts now down on the scoreboard. 2:24 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Come on.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They turn to Taylor on 4th.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To the sideline, and it's caught before he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. It's up and it's good, but it doesn't matter. Because on the final scoreline, they're still going to come up 2 points short. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.